So I've driven most of England, and once you get outside of London, this is pretty much what the whole country is like. It's just gentle rolling farmland, far as you can see. Always looks like it came out of a Beatrice Potter book. And this is inside Harrods. Kind of their version of a very high-end food court. Of course, Harris steak. Harrods Harris steak, right? And then it continues through the next 4 rooms. There's the pantry. It's all foodstuffs for 4 rooms. Smoked haddock Scotch egg.
Yes, I have
£4 each. So for a foodie, this is like food porn here. Okay, here at the tower area. So there is Tower Bridge, of course. I'm not sure, maybe this is a Hollywood set, since I think this was destroyed in the Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. I believe this thing is like the third most destroyed landmark in the world. Golden Gate Bridge is the first most destroyed in the movies. And looking in the direction of Old London, original London, 2,000 years old. There's a powerhouse up in there to control the bridge. See, the bridge opens on the mill span. And so there's a powerhouse in there to take care of that. I think it's at the far end. I've never been in it. York train station. Good old traditional European, not fancy, we're out in the country. But I love these old train stations. They have lots of cool detail. They haven't changed in 100 years. So we're in the Shambles, which some of you would call Diagon Alley. And this is the oldest chocolate store or factory in York, which is something when you consider our room is dated 1720. And they're just making some goodies.
I'm doing a chili chocolate.
Chili chocolate.
What do you want?
I'm going to try a Bucks Fizz.
Alrighty.
And if I don't like it, I'll return it. The street's about 8 feet wide. There's probably about a 1.5 foot drop on that house, whatever that is, from age. So this is King's Cross, which is a main train station along with Waterloo, the other side of town. Victoria Station, Waterloo, King's Cross. Main train stations for London, and here because about 11:48, about to jump on the train for York, which is up country, and spend the night in York in Diagon Alley. All of your Harry Potter fans will recognize the pictures from Diagon Alley, and we're staying right in Diagon Alley. They have 26 different train companies using the same rails, and so the same trip from the same platform to the same platform will range from 113 pounds to 56 pounds, and the difference is only 15 minutes departure time. So guess which one I chose. I don't know. Go ahead. This is a pub in the base of an active church, and a part of the old church. So they've held on to parts of the church. It's called soul, because I guess you either save it or lose it here. So you see that boat is sinking. Well, they're not really. They're in a lock. And it's only the length of a canal boat. We're at the Falkirk Wheel. And the gates on either end, you see them, they're an exaggerated V made of wood. And they're based on Archimedes' principles, so that it only takes one man on either end to operate the gate. Even though there's a lot of water pressure against it, it's so well balanced that that's all that's required. Pretty nifty system. And we're going to be going through there in a few minutes. And there is the Falkirk Wheel. I've been here before, but it's just gone through $82 million renovation. And so what happens is the canal boat goes into that half moon there at the bottom, and then the wheel, and it closes off, so it has a body of water in there, and the boat is floating in the body of water, and the wheel rotates up to the top where it connects with a canal that's at a higher elevation, and then it scoots on out of there. And on it goes all year. I think 600,000 times a year or something like that. This thing just works real hard. And now they're right there. They are filling the lock so that we can go. They can open the gates. This pond that we're in here, it stands between two different elevations of canals. So they have to fill this canal, and that's what they're doing now. They open a floodgate from above, and they let water from that canal flood this one. And then this one floods that one, and then that one floods the one below. And once that is full, they'll open the gate there, just one person on each side of the gate. Because the pressure has been equalized. There they go. And now we're in the lock, and I have a sinking feeling. It's a lot faster than the Panama Canal. Let's see, that's over my head now, that's 7 feet. And there's 8 feet. About 10 feet.
the Forces right now. Turn left to go to Glasgow. Nice journey for me. Turn left. Turn right, and that would take you down to Grangemouth. That actually leads down to the Kelpies, but you would need to go through 14 locks, which would take about 3.5–4 hours. So we only go as far as the first lock.
Moving your head so I can't get. Shot yet.
About 20 locks across the middle of the country, back down when it gets to the outskirts of Glasgow. We've got two canals in Falkirk here. We've got this one and we've got the Union Canal. And the Union Canal runs from Falkirk back into Edinburgh. Principal reason for that one was moving coal and iron and steel goods from the Falkirk area into Edinburgh, right into the heart of the city. This one as well goes right into the heart of Glasgow. There's a branch that will take you right into the side of the motorway, a place called Spears Wharf. If you know Glasgow at all, Cowcaddon's underground station, it's within 100 yards of that, right in. But this one is the older one. It opened up fully in 1790. We opened it up in 1774 from Grangemouth to about Kirkintilloch. Then they ran out of money. So they got the money to finish it from two sources. About 20 odd years before that we had the last major battle in Britain, which was up at Culloden, 1746. And after that, a lot of the families who'd supported the Stuarts, the Jacobites in other words, the government confiscated their property and lands, you know, and gave it to other people. So they sold off a lot of that confiscated property, and the Glasgow merchants also saw the potential of taking the canal into Glasgow itself. Two sets of money, and they completed it right through to a place called Bowling, which is just out near Dumbarton, to the west of Glasgow. And that's where it enters the River Clyde. Completely opened 1790. The other canal is slightly newer, 1821. Now originally, if you wanted to move stuff from Edinburgh all the way to Glasgow, you would bring it through the Union Canal, and then along the canal here, where we're going to turn in about a mile or so, we had a series of 11 locks coming down the hill in a great big semicircle with a basin halfway up. Yeah? The problem with that was, of course, with 11 locks in the olden days, it took a long time to go from top to bottom. And every time you did a locking, you were using about 3,500 tonnes of water. So in a course of a normal day, we could be using 50,000 to 60,000 tonnes of water. A lot of water to use. Also the time it took. Yeah? We're talking 5–6 hours at least. So down the side of it, there was also a trackway for a funicular railway, and 12 people on that boat. You require a boatmaster's licence. If you haven't, you're in the clink. You know, you're getting done for it. There were only 4 or 5 of us in the trust with that. So what we've tried to do in the last 18 months is every year we try and train 2 new boatmasters. There's a formal exam. The guy comes up from Southampton from the Maritime Coast Guard Agency. There's lots of training involved. There's a 4-day health and safety, first aid, fire and rescue. You know, they had me a year and a half ago. They had me jumping in the canal on the ice to get people out and things to prove you can do it. You know, but that costs us roughly £800 to £900 a head to train these people. So there's £1,800. Our insurance is almost the same. Running costs, maintenance, and all of a sudden you're looking at £6,500–7,000.
Now this is a rental boat. They sleep 6. And you can rent them. Anybody can rent them. Just get a few people together, and you don't have to hire a skipper. You can run it yourself. You can travel to Glasgow, Edinburgh, wherever you want. They run between £500 and £1,200 for a week, 6 nights. Very inexpensive. And if you want, they can provide a skipper full-time who will sleep on the boat. He has his own berth, no additional cost. So it's a 1-week vacation on the canals.
Wait.
Let's go around now.
Oh yeah. So there's loads of people around it.
Yeah. So the gear just turns on the gears.
That's the bottom of the top. This is jars.
One thing I forgot to mention actually was that originally the canals were done for people, but since we've done the wheel, a lot of the wildlife are using it. See when we built this particular lock here? Yeah, to do it, what we had to do was dam off the canal before we climbed, dam it off, empty it so we could build this lock, the basin. In the course of doing that, we found quite a lot of large fish in the Loch Canal. It's alright. We'll get his rope on this end, almost there. This is about the longest boat on the canal actually. This one's just shy, about 59. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, bows on! Yeah, they found a lot of large fish in the bottom canal. So what they did was they netted them, they put them in tanks until the job was...
That's gonna crush me. Pivoting on that big arm. And down there, you can see where it's excavated to accommodate the counterweights. Over there, so these two are called gondolas, and they're 50,000 tons of water, each one. There's one right over my head here. What they do is they just have a slightly positive weight whenever they want to come down. And that's the Archimedes principle. See, it's not being run with a gear and a motor, it's just dropping by weight.
हमारे सारे काम करने का टाइम है बच्चों का पूरे टाइम नहीं है अभी तो तीन ले ली कहाँ से निकाल भी फिर क्या इतना चश्मा कितना गंदा हो गया तुम्हारा और यार अंदर बाल है यार ओहो
समझ आया यहाँ पर पानी नहीं था पापा
साइलेंट पे डाल के डाल दो
पापा मेरे को समझ आ गया पापा यहाँ पर पानी नहीं था क्या क्या मेरा आगे आता है और खोदता ही ऐसे नीचे खोदता है उसके बाद ऊपर से पानी फेंकता है
वो ट्रेन जाएगी अब इसको चुप हो जाओ
हाँ ये ऊपर से पानी फेंकता है इसके बाद ये अभी खोद रहा है हाँ खोद रहा है उसमें से ट्रेन निकलती है पानी का जो आवाज तो किसी ट्रेन जाती है इसके अंदर पानी भर के लाया अच्छा वो ट्रेन निकलती नहीं है चला तो यहाँ से वो ट्रेन निकली थी ना यहाँ से निकली
And then that's the boat that's going to go into it.
अगर ये यहाँ पर तो घटते हैं वो कैसे ही
Okay, the William Wallace Monument, having walked up from ground level, which is quite a ways down there. If you want to know how far down, it's that far down that you walk up here. And then you walk up inside the Bill Wallace, I call him Bill Wallace Monument, which is quite something. And it's full of displays, and There are rooms inside the castle where they explain the history of William Wallace. And here's our bus. And from way over, can I see, oh, right over there, is Stirling Castle, Robert the Bruce. Very hazy. Here we are at Charles Square. So that building, when the Pilgrims arrived in the United States, the to-be United States, that building was hundreds of years old already. The town here was very well established, very old town. Very well established at that point. People were going about business while we were getting together with the Indians and having a little corn and turkey. Central Station, downtown Glasgow. I have a thing for train stations in Europe. Wow, that's a big screen. And on it goes.
The rear platform 3 for the 12:17 ScotRail service to Edinburgh.
Okay, this is the Royal Mile, which is 1 mile from Holyrood, Queen's Palace, which is down the road that way. There's Fraser Suites right there. We're home tonight. Fraser Suites. That's tonight's home, so we're right on the Royal Mile. And there are a million people. There's a festival that goes all night. It doesn't close down. But then here, there's always a festival for one reason or other. Traffic is, well, you don't even talk about traffic. It can't be done. Royal Mile goes all the way up to the castle, Edinburgh Castle at the very top. So, Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? The answer is right here. This is the real Queen Mary's garden. It's probably, I would say, about 10 acres. It's 1/4 block from the Sherlock Holmes Museum, and it's about a half a block from where the Beatles last lived together. You just take the Baker Street station, as it shows you right there. It's a perfect day. If anything, it's too warm. I've been trying to get a little cooler here. It's about 70. So, and completely dry. And not very humid, which is a nice break. Still in Regent's Garden, Queen Mary's Garden. I was a little off when I said 4 acres. I was just looking at the little lake. It's actually 400 acres. 4 acres shy of 400 acres. It goes on and on. Includes the Royal London Zoo and all the pictures I've been posting. This is just one little area of it coming up to the wildlife area. It's all the birds. Looks like we stumbled upon a kind of tapas bar. We're in Soho. Got a V&A finally. They have ham hanging in the window, which I love. Jamon. No Dixie cups under them like you would find in Madrid, Spain. But they have their own little conical cups. This is Soho is kind of, it's like Soho, New York. It's kind of for the hip and groovy.